Merry Christmas, usual. This is the title, Good News About Modern Pterosaurs, December 24th, 2021. Pterodactyl sightings. And we're going to get into different sketches that eyewitnesses. You might not have seen this one before, from Texas years ago, and another one from Texas, also years ago. The names of some eyewitnesses. Wish you a Merry Christmas. Of course, the greatest news possible is the birth of Jesus Christ. And I understand people have different religious and non-religious backgrounds that might join us. I understand, but this is my belief in the Savior Jesus Christ and the true story of his miraculous birth and coming into the world. Now, let's start out with Sand of Paradise. Many of you have probably seen this sketch before. Sandra was living in Winder, Georgia at the time. She was taking off, trying to drive early in the mornings to go to work to the east on this country highway. And one morning she went out right after a tropical storm, as I recall. And she was shocked to see this huge flying creature fly right in front of her. She was shocked. It looked like a giant pterodactyl. No feathers, a long tail. It was a heavy-set creature. But that's what this sighting is about. And a few weeks later, she had another sighting of the same kind of creature, but a little bit smaller, a different animal, but the same species. Apparently there's a family of them in the area. For those of you who might be new, this is video footage from Cynthia Lee, who is a veterinary technician in Raleigh, North Carolina. At least she was last time I talked with her. She was still living in Raleigh, and many people have seen these kind of flying creatures in Raleigh, North Carolina. To slow it down, you see this is a very unusual kind of a flap. She says there are two pterosaurs that she saw when she just got on the city bus that day, and she got out her cell and videotaped them. And this is a close-up of one of those two flying creatures. Unusual kind of flapping motions. This, contrary to what some people say, it's not a hawk. Not a hawk. Hawks generally, no, they don't. It's not a hawk. People just don't know hawks if they think it's a hawk. So, this is over Raleigh, North Carolina. From so many people. This is just a small list here. Mesa Augustine, and Amboy Island. I interviewed him face to face, and his sighting was around 1993. Peter Beach, who's my associate, we're both on the board of directors for the nonprofit organization that specializes in investigating these incredible flying creatures. Patty Carson, who's passed away in recent years, a few years ago. And her sighting was when she was a child at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. Sherry Cooper in New Jersey, Tom Dura, Pennsylvania. Rex Yappy on the coast of Amboy Island around the middle of 2009. Brian Hennessy. By the way, Rex is the only man on the ground investigating Ropens right now in Papua New Guinea. He's been there for years looking for this flying creature. And we wish him the best and hope that he gets the funding he needs. Brian Hennessy is a professional psychologist from Australia. He had an incredible sighting in 1971 in Bougainville Island. Here it goes. Okay, this is my version of the song. Ropen the pterodactyl had a very shiny glow, and if you ever saw it, who to tell you would not know? All of the other reptiles used to laugh at him and said, "Ropen, a pterodactyl, don't you know you should be dead?" Then he found his family tree, and Ramphorhynchus said, "Look at me and come to see, I'm your great-great-granddaddy." Then all the reptiles loved him, and they shouted merrily, "Ropen the pterodactyl, you're not just in history." All right.